Hey guys, Genma the Samurai here, and welcome to this part of Metroid Prime. So this part we're going to be looking at the Wii port of Metroid Prime 1, included in the Metroid Prime trilogy. Um, I actually really like this port. I know a lot of people don't really like the Wii or whatever, but there's a lot of really good pros and cons to this port. Hopefully, I can show you guys a bit of it. I am playing this on my Wii U, but due to not having an HDMI capture device, I have to use AV cable and stuff. So the quality's not as good as it would look if I were not using it, sadly. But hopefully, it's good enough quality for you guys. So yeah, let's just skip past that. Yeah, no check is required. Got it. So I'm just gonna go over here, erase slot. I'm gonna select that one. Yes. I'm not exactly centered to the TV actually. So 1 second. Wii games and all that. 1 second, guys. Right. Okay, much better. So let's go right here. I'm gonna select, Nate right there. Okay, let's go over here. I'm gonna start a single player on Metroid Prime. So, go with normal, just because. Um, you'll notice some very interesting differences right away, I can tell you that right now. A whole lot of the neat features from Metroid Prime are still very strong and intact. So, no need to really worry about that. You know, like Metroid Fusion Suit is still here. You just need to like buy it with like coins and stuff. There's a few little weird things, but they're ignorable. So yeah, yeah. The graphics actually in these games were enhanced slightly in general. Some special effects, like I said, were removed in the Wii port, but in general, I don't think they're really that big of a deal. Like they don't really tarnish the gameplay in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, yeah, this intro is still as awesome as ever. Fun fact, though, in the European version, there actually is a narrator talking over this segment. And then there's an unused audio clip of Samus talking over this section. Um, Actually, her voice actor in this game, like, you wouldn't think about that, but there's a voice actor. She only really does grunts. But she did have a monologue in the coding somewhere, but it never got used for a good reason, I guess. Um, it actually isn't that bad. It sounds better than Other M's voice actress. I don't know why they changed like her voice actor, and the new person just has no personality at all. Granted, you could say kind of the same thing for this one when you hear her narrate, but it's still more than the Other M voice actress. I don't understand. Um, but regardless, let's just do this thing. Dude. Oh. I timed it terribly. Yeah. Okay, so you already noticed the difference. Free aim and motion controls. Yep. Okay, so to begin with, also locking on doesn't automatically lock you onto your target. You do have to manually aim to whatever you're targeting. So there is that to consider. Um, there's also the fact that switching visors, you have to hold the minus button and then point at whatever you want to lock on to. So that's kind of annoying. I'm having to get used to this because I haven't played the Wii port in forever. I used to be really good at it. So basically, how it works is like this: is that when you the cursor touches the corners of the screen will start moving that direction. So um, again, props to this. The free aim is way better than in the regular version because of having to stand still and aim. You know what I mean? Um, And I think this is the best motion control on the Wii. Just saying. Um, Also, the morph ball button. If I had to describe the button allocation, so the A button is still to shoot. Oh, also there's this thing, blue. um, so yeah, the A button is still to shoot. The B button, the trigger, is to jump. The Z button on the nunchuck is to lock on. And the C button, that tiny button above the like Z button, is to turn to morph ball. Um, the down arrow on the Wii remote is to use a missile, so let's use that. The missiles, thank goodness, are not pointer based. They will just lock on enemies. A lot of these controls are straight up continued from, Prime 3. Because that game is entirely, like, Wii control based. And the only problem I have with this port is that I think it would be better. Not like that, I think these controls are inferior. I think they're both good in their own way. It's that in this port, you do not have the option to use the GameCube controls. That's why I was using the GameCube port of the game. Well, I used it for a lot of different reasons. But regardless, this thing, blah blah, I read these. Some of the scans actually have been changed in this port. Like, I hear and this was why the Metroid Prime being able to absorb machinery went over my head, is that apparently that scan, that log, actually does not exist in the European or Japanese ports. I don't know why, because that would explain things, but then again, there was this one question I had in my head that's like, how did the Space Pirates capture that thing? Yeah, I don't know. I think I prefer the original port's logs much more than this, but, whatever. You can't win in every area, I guess. Right. So, shoot this thing. Come on. Blech. Right. Let's shoot there, and move forward. Yep. Killing turrets is really easy in this. You just kind of, shoot a missile. This is still taking a lot of getting used to, though, just saying. I am not used to the sport. Like, I used to be. Now that I played the original, I'm not. Again, though, one thing that people that I've had play this or whatever kind of struggle with and they don't really adapt to, and this is a problem with all Wii games, that Wii games, actually, when you learn how to work with the system, it isn't that bad. And I think Prime 3 in this series is a good way of showing you how to adjust to it. Is that, again, the sensors are super sensitive. If you end up going off screen or whatever, it will pick up on that. So you want to make tiny little turns. Like, you don't want to point oh yeah, I'm gonna point way over here and expect it to read, because you're gonna be pointing off the the receiver. So you want to make sure to point kind of tiny little areas, regardless, I don't know. I miss those guys. Again, the fact that I can just aim up there and just do it, you can't do that in the GameCube port. You have to stand still and aim, and even then it's really finicky. I saw, what was it, Dookie Shed or whatever, he actually made a tweet on Twitter or whatever that there is if you play this game on a Dolphin emulator, which I mean I don't advise you do unless you own this port. Again, I'm not against emulation, I'm against piracy. So again, to begin with, just scanning, so he was saying that basically, like, again, putting aside the motion controls, if you actually hook this up to play with like a mouse or whatever on one of those emulators, that it actually controls just like your standard FPS. Like, that's just, yeah, that's pretty neat. But regardless, there's all the dead bodies here. Still contains heat signature. They have not been here for very long. Oh no. I wonder what could have done it. Actually, I probably know exactly what did it. I think I'm saving a lot of time now that I don't have to like worry about just I don't know what I'm talking about. Another really cool thing about this is that I brought up that I had to replay Metroid Prime, all the way through again, making sure to scan everything to get like 100% thanks to Flagger's Tail. That is not a thing in like this port because it actually keeps your scans and carries them over to the it carries them over to a new game file. So basically, after you beat the game, it saves like this clear data thing, and then what happens is that it saves all of the scans you've done, and it's so useful to make sure I scan them. Yeah. Also, another neat little feature that I don't think the GameCube version really did. The Wii Remote does vibrate. Do with that you will. It's pretty immersive for what it is. You both start drawing attention to it. I don't know. I probably shouldn't draw attention to that. Because I just realized, like, oh yeah, the original didn't really use that function, did it? Okay. Go there. Yeah, now I mean the graphics obviously haven't changed that much. I would still say the best looking Prime game, at least as far as character models go, I would probably give to Prime 3, though I think the general world and atmosphere is better in this game. Yeah. Oh, he's dead. Up here. There you go. Okay. Yeah, another neat little thing that kind of breaks the Shozo Ghost in this game is if you notice the cursor turns red when you're pointing at an enemy. That's when you're fighting the Shozo Ghost, even though they're supposed to be invisible, that still works. So if you're just like aiming around like mindlessly, you can just shoot wherever you see a red mark. So yeah, it's fun. Let's keep moving forward. There's these parasites all everywhere. I already did this whole section last part, so this is a little redundant, but hey, you're seeing it in the Wii version. I think it looks pretty darn good. I don't know. Oh, wait, what? What is that? What? Oh man. Yeah, this is going by way faster than the, what should I call it? Oh, I'm so tired, I can't believe I'm that. It's going by so much faster than the original version right now, guys. You're seeing that. Oh man. Move this way. A part of it is experience, though. I've been doing this for a while. Come on. Yeah, so if you can't, if you can take Wii motion controls or whatever, and you have a decent pocket, I saw actually GameStop was reprinting some of this because the Trilogy edition actually for a long time was super rare and super expensive, and I hear that it's actually being sold again, or at least I saw them in GameStop. I'm not sure about that. Could be wrong, but I could have sworn I saw some. So, yeah. Oh. There's Ridley. Yeah, I think there's a few things about this that got cleaned up, but it's not that much better looking. Like, I think it's a lot less blurry Like, that was one thing about the GameCube, is that a lot of the games had this very blurry look to them, you know? Wii games, not so much. I don't know what exactly is with that. I think it's higher processing power or something. Regardless. Step through here. So yeah, the only annoying thing about this port that I really kind of don't like in comparison to, like, you know, the regular one, is how you have to, like, point at the, you know, visor and beam. So when you get beams, you have to do the same thing. You have to hold the plus button and then point at whatever, like you can see right there. So that's one thing I don't really like. But I mean, for a convenience factor, if you do want to switch fast, you can just point in general at the top of the screen, hold minus and let go. You know what I mean? So I guess it's not, like, that bad, but it does lack the flow and speed of, like, the regular version. You know, when it wasn't lagging. Like, I did notice in my LP how it lagged switching beams a lot. Which doesn't really happen in this port, I should say. So, yeah. Explosions! There's Ridley, flying away. Going off into the Talanfo sunset. Yeah. Actually, I don't think I drew attention to this, but when you kill bosses in this port, you actually do get little achievements. Yeah, like right there, too. It gives you these little tokens when you get these achievements. They're carried over from Prime 3. Prime 3 did that. And that's what you use to unlock things. Like, it doesn't just happen. You have to go and spend it on whatever you want to unlock, so pretty neat. Again, so you can get the fusion suit without, you know, needing to have Metroid Fusion. So, that's good. And as I'm sure you also noticed, everything is in widescreen ratio. At least it should be. If it's not, I don't know. I'm gonna try and find an editor that can allow me to stretch this out, because, you know. Oh man. Here. The Taman overworld. Oh man. I always love that part of the game, even though I've seen it like a whole ton of times now. Yeah. So in general, I think you get kind of a feel for this port now. I think I'm going to, oh, also, okay, so you select 2 to go to the menu. Let's go to options. As you saw, there was a GameCube in the middle in the original, now it's a Wii. So, I don't know. Let's quit that. I'm gonna go to my completed file and activate the fusion suit, you know, so. Metroid Prime Trilogy loading. Again, this has Prime 1, 2, and 3 all on the same disc. So if I do Prime 2, I'll probably do a bonus part showing that one in the Wii port. Again, that is where the whole ability to carry over your scans from before, that's where it really becomes a lifesaver. Ah, darn it. I didn't. Really, people? Really? Okay, well, let's look at extras, bonus gallery. Well, not, okay, so, just go bonus gallery. I think this is the one it's under. Right, where's the Metroid Prime 1 fusion suit? On, yes. Right, well, either way, I'll just start up the thing with the fusion suit, so it's all good. Prime 1 start, not hyper mode. And I won't play for very long, you'll just sleep. Yeah, so, the menus and stuff are all kind of made into a hub menu with these games, so they don't have like you boot up the game and the other thing like the games are integrated into it, which I find is pretty neat. Um, Again, like I said though, so that probably comes at the cost of the controller or whatever. So. Okay, can I skip this? Cause I skip this in the original, can't I? Oh god. Oh wait, there we go. Okay. Yep. So there you go. There's the fusion suit. Um, so yeah, I'll just kind of be closing off then. So I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video of mine. Alright. Bye.